I'm now honored to present to Mr. Diego Bertzzolo, CEO of Avancargo in Argentina. Diego, are you online?
Here I am. Good morning. How are you?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good morning to everyone. 9 p.m. here. So I will share my presentation. Opening today. First of all, thanks very much for the invitation for Born to Global and all the team. I'm very happy to tell you a little bit about Avancargo and what we are doing with Born to Global and Coconut Silo in this case. First of all, to start with, a brief introduction to Latin American trucking system. Basically, we have many headaches here in the region, Argentina, and in all of the Latin countries that are basically condensed in three things. From one side, all connected, of course. From one side, emptiness. From one side, 1/3 of the trucks running empty in Latam. This means basically without cargo or stopped because no cargo available for a return. This produced for many reasons, but the most important ones are, from one side, carrier automation. We have 90% of the fleet condensed in small and medium enterprises in very small family-owned companies, which basically operate as they did 60 or 70 years ago. Pen, paper, cell phone, WhatsApp, if they are a little bit more techy, but basically running on the same tools they used to use in previous generations. This means low digitization, and here we have two main pain points in our market. From one side is basically all pen and paper. On the other side, we don't have strong governments and agencies centralizing and controlling fleet. So at the moment of the due diligence, there is a lot of work that needs to be done through both parties, carriers and shippers. So this adds a big problem that probably you won't see in Korea or other countries. At the end, we are talking about 80% of the total transport system in Latam, the tracking system. This is a very huge space, backbone of the economy, and basically a huge space to create impact. What we are doing at Avancargo is at the beginning a marketplace, a trucking market in Buenos Aires, in Argentina, in 2017. We started working on a digital network for the freight trucking industry. At the beginning, it was just with the idea of connecting offer and demand and giving more visibility to the network. We quickly realized that another step was needed, and we started providing the on-demand service. What we have today is 16,000 company network, over 60,000 registered trucks, and 1,000 shippers. Sorry. We are connecting offer and demand through an on-demand platform, and we started this year with a SaaS solution, which is basically a management platform for the trucking industry. We are leveraging all this information through a proprietary algorithm in which we are connecting more than 23 data points, allowing our users not only to quickly connect, but also to quickly analyze risk and analyze capabilities. This is impacting not only business, but environment and community. For you to have a number from those 15,000 registered companies in Avancargo, more than 95% are small trucking companies or companies with less than 3 trucks. What do we do through the platform? We have the biggest verified carrier network in Argentina. We are allowing both users to connect through themselves or to connect through Avancargo, digitizing end-to-end all what they need to do in a single transaction, from contract creation to tracking to contract analyze and closing and payment. We are providing many tools, but the most important ones are the digital proof of delivery and API integrations for due diligence and connections. How do we do this? Basically, as mentioned, connecting over 22 active data points in Argentina and Uruguay today. This is mainly something that we mention for a lot here because, as said, we don't have in the region and in Argentina in particular, we don't have transparent regulations, and we don't have also easy ways to analyze information and to due diligence users. So if you're basically running outside Avancargo chain, you won't have nothing else than paper to know contracts, to know permits and authorizations, to know if a shipper or a carrier are in a good standing, financially speaking, etc. So basically, by connecting and creating this network, we not only create a digital market, but also provide tools that are not open in the Argentinian market. Last year, and basically, we started talking last year, and we solved it this year. We received a grant from IDB Lab and Born to Global Center, in which, jointly with Bertzzolo, with which we are working on expanding these capabilities outside Argentina and looking to have a regional footprint at the beginning in South America, where the pain points are very similar. Basically, we are now working on Uruguay as the first, with the first MVP there, or regional MVP, and open in Chile in the next month. Focusing in this case on the cross-border business and the SaaS business platform, basically with 2 main goals. Of course, a business goal, which is expanding the business, getting more users on board, and getting a bigger footprint, economic footprint, but also with the aim to impact or keep on impacting small and medium businesses, enterprise business, trucking businesses in the region. Basically, the long-term goal here is to connect as many small trucking companies as possible. First, by giving them solutions to everyday problems, which today we understand are 2 or 3. Getting loads, not running or running less empty with their trucks, having more information about shippers, basically financial information, and preventing fraud and financial problems, and giving them tools to analyze and to get an easier administration of their fleets. This next stage we are kicking off right now is basically condensed in 5 countries in South America. They represent around 50% of total LATAM market, excluding Brazil. And we are talking of more than 230,000 trips per year. Going a little bit deeper on what we are doing with Bertzzolo here. basically, I believe we are connecting the strengths of each company. In this first 12-month program, we are impacting or looking to impact in these 4 countries. We are building a regional joint venture where we are looking to explore new opportunities in both trucking and mobility market. Basically, a huge market with still very low digitization and very high opportunities or very big opportunities. And in that way, we are trying to leverage what each company do best. In our case, we are building technology since 2017, but not exclusively technology, but building know-how. I believe that's mainly the most important thing we did in the last years. As said, in the region, the tech opportunities in trucking industry in Latam are huge. And today the problem is not build that technology, but to build usable technology. One of the main headaches we have here is not building the best artificial intelligence or deep learning or whatever, but getting the trucker to use the application, or teaching the small trucking companies to use our web tools. So basically, we built and we are building those skills. We know very well Latam, and Coconut Silo team has a deep learning also in the industry, of course, but I believe that more deep in the technology. So in this case, I think we are getting the best of both worlds, where the opportunity is huge. For you to have an idea, we have one trucking unicorn in the region in Brazil, only focusing Brazil, and there aren't any other companies in the region working on the trucking industry, or at least with a big impact. So still everything to do here. And we know that the Coconut Silo teams will help us to achieve better and more quickly those goals. Right now, in this stage, we already analyze technologies. We already define which are going to be the next steps regarding the tech stack. And in a recent visit from the Coconut Silo team, we start visiting key players from our regional environment, ports authorities, big shipping companies, big carrier companies, basically deep diving in the environment, trying to fast forward this learning in order to accelerate the technology building in the next month. Today, Avancargo, as closing information, is working with top shippers in the region, both basically in every industry, from agri-industry to construction to food and beverage and mining. And we've been invested from big local companies, from Globant, local unicorn in tech development, to Superbill Bank or Grupo Multison, which are big trucking operators in the region. So in a very quick presentation, that is Avancargo, that is what we are doing and what we are boosting right now with Coconut Silo, and with huge expectations for the next year. Thank you very much.